Hi there, I'm State Representative Justin Chenette.
And I'm Senator Linda Valentino. This is our third installment of Bringing Augusta to You, and today we are celebrating Women's Health Heart Day, hence the red as far as the pins and on the jacket goes, and so we had a good show of red up here today to celebrate that, and a very important issue for women.
It is, and it's President Lincoln's birthday today, so we had to get that in there as well. Just to give you a quick update from the State House, in the Criminal Justice Committee, we approved the nomination of Joe Fitzpatrick, who to the position of the Commissioner of the Department of Corrections. He's a very high qualified individual. We're really looking forward to working with him. I did have to question him, though, before our committee about the most pressing issue that everyone's talking about in the news, which is obviously the issue regarding our county jails, funding and control. And it's one of those things where he feels, and he was sort of uneasy about the question because, again, he serves at the pleasure of the governor, but he did feel like he wants to reach out to the counties, include them in the conversation to see what can we do together to work out the long-term scenario beyond the short-term manufactured crisis that the governor has created in not appointing individuals to the Board of Corrections. So I had some major concerns about it, but we're hoping to move forward with a number of different proposals.
And I think now that we have somebody full-time in the position for Commissioner of the Board of Corrections, it's been a good signal for us down in the Appropriations Committee. We had an amendment come forward the other day that we're going to be reworking. At least now there's been kind of a crack in the stalemate. So I think the Appropriations Committee will be working on a couple of new amendments. There's some ideas that have been kicking around. We had a public hearing the other day. Some of the sheriffs came back up. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get some new language out there to resolve this kind of manufactured crisis that we have. But it's certainly a real crisis because the jails need the money.
Right, and that's what we're working on over the next couple of days and the next course of the next couple of weeks, is what that proposal actually looks like. So we'll take a look at that and keep you updated every step of the way. And there's a lot else happening in the AFA, including tax conformity.
Yes, we actually just voted. We went back and forth on the bill today between the House and the Senate, and we passed the tax conformity bill. What that means is people who file their income tax on the state level, they conform to a lot of the things that the federal government has done. And why it's happening so late is the federal government didn't act on it until December 23rd. One of the good things is that over 18,000 teachers will be able to continue to claim that $250 deduction if they do expenses for their classroom. And there's a lot of other things that are helping, especially small businesses and individuals in the state of Maine. So it was a successful day to get that bill.
And it showed bipartisanship. We approved it both in the House and the Senate, so that it was sort of our first vote, if you will, major vote with something of bipartisan nature. So we're looking forward to that.
Right, and we're going to be busy this weekend with unclaimed property.
Lots of unclaimed property.
The Treasurer just came out with an unclaimed property list, and over $20 million in unclaimed property. We have our list, so we'll be on the phones, and maybe you could just explain a little bit on how we'll be reaching out to them.
So people can actually click the link to the description in this video, and you can actually search your name, and we definitely recommend doing that. It's easy to file online. It's free to file online to see if you actually have any unclaimed property. This could be from savings accounts, insurance policies, you name it. Sometimes people even have it from Google. They just owe them money. This is your money, so get it. I mean, who doesn't like to get money back, right? I know I do. So it's definitely a fun process. We'll be reaching out to those people that have a lot of money, especially those large amounts, over $1,000. So stay tuned for that. And again, click the link to search your particular name.
Yes, and we also had a good breakfast this morning. Ray Menard came up, the headmaster of Thornton Academy, talking about different needs at Thornton, different bills that are affecting him as far as the students go. So we've had a lot of people come up, and as far as reaching out to you, what we're planning on doing is holding different budget forums. As a senator, I have 5 different towns I cover, and I'm going to be partnering with all of the state representatives. I've talked with them, so we're going to be having those meetings set up over the next month, so you'll have an opportunity to come down and talk to us directly.
So you get a breakdown of the budget, and we get to hear from you what you think about the different pieces of it. So that'll be really important to have that dialogue. So stay tuned for that information. We'll get it out to everybody.
And that's the most important piece, is that we really need to hear from you.
Right.
We're up here every day in the halls, and we're getting certain information from people whose job it is to provide that information, different lobbyists and organization groups, but most importantly, we need to hear from you.
And that impact is so important on communities and your personal lives. So we'll keep you updated every step of the way. I'm Representative Justin Chenette. Stay tuned and stay connected.
Thank you very much.